Hello, this is KiwaniTalk. My name's Ray Scaboria. KiwaniTalk is a public information program brought to you from the facilities of WDHS at Dearborn High School. And we're really glad to be back here. We went almost a year and a half or more away from the school because of the COVID pandemic. But here we're very pleased today to have as our guests Zriek, who is the faculty advisor to the Fordson Key Club, and Madinah Bazzi. And Madinah is the vice president of the Key Club this year. And what we're going to start off by doing, I just learned before the meeting, before we went on the air here, that Zinab has been the faculty advisor for the Key Club since 2011. And I wanted to compliment you for that, because I'm sure you put a few hours into that, faculty advising position.
I have, yeah. Thank you.
And Madinah, you have had the chance of participating in Key Club activities far before going to high school. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Because you're the daughter.
Yeah.
So you went to some activities, and I guess you really learned the ropes, huh?
Yeah, we did.
You did?
Yeah.
Why don't you first, Zinab, go back and kind of chronologically come forward and talk about some of the service activities that the club has participated in over the last 11 years. That's a long time.
So one of our big service trip that we took part in was going on a service trip to Costa Rica. Yeah. So that was big, and that was in 2016. That is probably one of the most rewarding and heartfelt service, and she was able to go. Madinah actually.
I went when I was like 9.
Yeah.
Just 9. Oh,
so I took her and my son, her brother, with me, and they were able to see how privileged we are here, and how privileged the students are here in the U.S. So that was a great service trip that we did outside of our homeschooling community. Another thing that we're really big on that we usually do throughout the year is Gleaners Food Bank, where we package food and distribute to the less fortunate. But on top of that, we also help the Amity Foundation. And they're very similar to Gleaners, where during Thanksgiving and during the holy month of Ramadan, they usually service families that are in need in the community. So we've been big on that. Another thing, too, that we're big on is the nursing home that we usually go to, and we usually go to that usually during, it's not monthly, but it's whenever there's a holiday event.
Yeah.
So Christmas, Valentine's, St. Patrick, Thanksgiving. So any of those holidays, students usually during our meetings, they make handmade cards with messages for them, and then we hand deliver it to them. And usually we go to different rooms, and our students are able to communicate with some of the patients there. Unfortunately, last year and starting this year, because we continued that service, we're unable to go to the patients' rooms. So we just hand deliver it to the front desk nurse, and then they pass it out to the patients. And that's the unfortunate, sad part of it, because our students, were able to interact with them before, and the patients loved it. And a lot of them don't have family members to come visit them. Either they live far away, or some of their children have deceased, So that's always rewarding to see, because when they see young, our youth and our future coming and caring for the elderly patients at the nursing home, it gives them a sense of hope, I feel.
So it's a real lift.
Yes,
it's a real
it is.
Lift for them. Yes.
Yeah. So that's another project that we worked on and we continue to work on. We've also worked on projects such as blanket making, where the blankets would be sent to children that have been sexually, mentally, or physically abused. So that's another one that students love doing, and they really, take, they take that personal, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because some of our students have probably experienced.
I thought maybe we could ask Madinah, which activities have you been able to participate in, and are there any that you enjoyed more or less than others?
I really enjoyed the giving cards to the people in need, the ones who are in the medical. And, I like that a lot because, they're in the hospital, so, I feel bad. And it's nice to give them stuff, especially because they are old. It just feels good for them. And it makes me feel good as well, just giving them.
Now, which home is this that you go to?
I think it's called Heartland.
Heartland Nursing Home.
Heartland Nursing Home.
It's in Dearborn Heights.
Okay,
Yes.
Dearborn Heights, okay. Okay, is it the one on
Yeah.
Cherry Hill?
No, Ford
Ford
and
and-
Beach, between Ford and Beach.
Okay.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
doing that a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, another, I just remembered, another project that we worked on, but this was also virtual, was the soap project. So we worked on that, and we were able actually to pass soap boxes to some of our members that wanted to help with that, and they put a sticker on these.
Now, this is when your school was virtual.
Yep, school
so you
was
were
virtual.
trying to give them an activity that they could do at home.
Yes, do hands-on.
And the soap, explain what the soap has on it. It has a phone number, and the phone number is for
Sex trafficking, that's
people
been,
that are being trafficked.
Yes.
And it gives them a number that they can call if they're motivated to do so.
Yeah, and the soap, I believe, was distributed to certain areas in the metro area, motels mainly, and so they were distributed there, and that was rewarding, for our members to do. And Madinah really enjoyed
Yeah.
that. Her and I did that
We did that
together,
together, yeah.
at home, and that was a great bonding experience for many of our members because they did it with their parents.
Now, do you rewrap the soap or what?
So
You
this-
just stick the sticker on top of the logo
Okay.
of the thing, yeah.
So
Okay.
the soap is already packaged. They purchased the soap bars already packaged, and we just had to put the number
phone
and the
number.
information
Yeah.
if somebody needs help.
Yeah, I remember that was described at the Kiwanis meeting, but I didn't quite get the whole picture, but I understand
Yeah.
it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you're back at school. I guess school has been on live for most of the year now, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
From the beginning of the school year,
The school
we've
year.
been in person.
So, as we talked about a little bit before the show, I imagine during the period when school was virtual, there was a little loss of contact with some of the students that had been key clubbers.
Yeah. So our membership went down a little bit, and it was but all our meetings were virtual.
Yeah.
So every other week we would have a virtual meeting, and it was nice to see a lot of them still attend the virtual meeting.
At least you can see all the faces
Yeah,
there.
give them some kind of purpose, right?
Yeah.
And then we were limited to what services we can do. So whatever we were able to do, we did do during the pandemic. So the card making, everybody, did that at home. And then one person collected it. It was either the president or the VP. And then they sent it to the nursing homes. And then on their own, because Gleaners also didn't allow a certain amount of people to package food. And of course, they had to go through the mask, all that other goodsy stuff. So we were limited with that. But overall, we tried to definitely stay connected and allow our members to know that we're still servicing.
Yeah. How many have you been back with Gleaners now since the school since this year?
Yes, so students are going on their own. They don't allow the groups.
Smaller groups.
Yeah, it has to be smaller groups.
I see.
So there's a few restrictions now than what we had before. So they're still independently doing that on their own.
So maybe next year that will go
Hopefully.
away. Hopefully. Yes.
Yeah.
Seems like it's been forever,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Because it's great when there's a larger group because you get the work done in half the time too, and it's fun. You interact with others, and sing and tell stories while you're packaging food.
Now, I'm going to ask some questions about the club itself at school. When you're periodically, do you have meetings for the Key Club that everybody can come to, and you talk about your activities? Do you do that at school?
Medina, do you want to talk about that?
Every Thursday.
Every
other Thursday.
And where do you meet, actually?
We meet at the cafeteria after school.
So sometimes it's a good-sized group, huh?
Yeah. And we'll put up on the slides what we've done, what upcoming events are happening, and so on. And we basically just explain what is happening and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And talk about future events or things that are coming up and all that sort of thing.
And how to apply to this. SLC is coming up, so we put registration forms, and we told them how to get on it and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know what SLC is, it's Student Leadership Conference.
Yeah. So, well, talk about that a little bit. When have you been to a leadership conference?
I have, but not a part of the board. When I was younger.
But now you're on the board,
part
huh?
of it, yeah.
So when's the next one come up? Is
March 19th.
March 19th.
Yeah.
So are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, actually, I am.
Oh, okay. So you can actually get up and make a contribution, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. And where would it be this time?
At the DoubleTree here in Dearborn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's nice. It's pretty nearby. It's not a not a long
And it's
trip.
nice to see different members from different cities and different divisions to come together. Unfortunately, this year it's only for a day. Usually it's for 3 days. It's 2 nights and a day, and the third day. But this year it's just one whole day of service. Also because of the membership has gone down and COVID.
Yeah. It's March, what was the date?
19.
19. It's coming up pretty
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, that's only 2 days after St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
You sing a couple Irish songs. I do a ridiculous Irish, about 5 or 6 numbers, and they get a kick out of it, I guess.
Nice.
At least they didn't say no, never again.
Okay, nice. Going back to our meetings too, I wanted to add that we started adding a little bit more the last couple of years, is during Thanksgiving or Christmas, during the Eid, what we do is a celebration with our board members and our members. So after the meeting, it's kind of like a potluck where we all eat and talk and feast together. So that's another thing that we added on for our members that I felt like, and the board members felt, that it would bring more members in.
It's nice. It's a social time.
Yeah.
It's not too much structure to it. It's just a chance to be together, Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we're going to have a break in about a minute, and for a short Kiwanis commercial, and we'll come back after that. But before, it's supposed to be 2 minutes, so I'm going to stretch this out a little bit. When you've had these activities, it seems like the normal activities are coming back a little slowly because COVID isn't supposedly completely over yet, so there's still restrictions, And but I think that you'll think of many more things to do, as things open up.
Yeah.
And
hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Okay, well, we're going to be back here with Zinab Zriek, the faculty advisor of the Fordson Key Club, and
Madinah Bazzi.
Madinah. Isn't that terrible? Madinah Bazzi. Right after the break. See you then.
Let's say you're looking for your place in the world, which is a pretty big deal itself, right?
Yeah, but let's say you also get plenty of pressure about making choices. What to major in, where to live, who to join.
And these are important choices and everything, but what if you're looking for something, I don't know, more?
Well, what does that mean? What does more look like to you? Maybe it's like a chance to get out in the world and serve, to make children's lives better, to improve the community around you, maybe even take your impact global.
Or wait, maybe it's more like a chance to lead. You've got the skills. You're a person who gets things done, who helps other people accomplish stuff too. And maybe you're thinking, it's time to develop those skills.
Yeah, but then again, maybe you like fellowship. You know, the whole putting our heads together thing. You want people you can work with, people you have fun with, people who inspire you and who you inspire too.
Okay, so let's say it's time to choose. And you're wondering, well, which one? And that's the thing, because you know what? It's a trick question. So
the real answer is you don't have to choose just one. You're not looking for a door to go through. You're not looking for a box to fit into. You're not looking for a simple, narrow, whatever.
Right. You're looking for a place, and that's a whole different thing.
It's a place on campus, a place in your community, a place in the world.
So here's the place, Circle K International.
We call it CKI. It's an organization for college students.
It's the world's largest student-led collegiate service organization. It has clubs on nearly 500 campuses.
And it has room for you.
For all the stuff that makes you who you are.
And who you want to be.
Service, leadership, fellowship.
In other words, Circle K International.
Looking for your place in the world? Join the club. Find out about CKI.
Hello, I'm Ray Scaboria. We're here on KiwaniTalk with Zinab Zriek and Madinah Bazzi. Zinab is the faculty advisor of the Fordson Key Club, and Madinah is the vice president of the club. And we've been talking about coming back from COVID and some of the restrictions that still occur. It limits the length of activities and the number of people that can get together, I suppose. But what is coming up for the Key Club this spring? Now, you mentioned the
SLC.
SLT. That's the
SLC, yeah.
Okay.
So the Student Leadership Conference.
Yeah, when you say SLT, I don't have the association between the SLT and Student Leadership Conference,
yeah.
So I apologize. That's the only reason I asked you. And what is there anything else coming up after that?
So we're hoping to go on a service trip to Jordan. So that's what the board members, along with another organization called HOPE, Helping Oppressed People Everywhere. And so we linked up together in 2017 where myself and a few other professionals took a service trip. I came back and I shared this with my board members at the time. And we kind of took a pause. My board members really were interested in doing some service in Jordan. Many of them are Middle Eastern, our students, that are members of Key Club, and loved the idea. We put that idea on hold, especially when COVID hit. And then this year, we're hoping during spring break to put that vision, and take that trip to Jordan. And we're very close to our goal. Students have raised so far about $11,000.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and our goal is anywhere between 15 and 20. That would be great, because there, while we're in Jordan, we're hoping to try to aim to not just 3 or 4 camps there, to try to aim and help many camps. And by that, with the money that we have raised, nothing goes to any of our plane tickets, our lounging, none of that. All that money is going to be taken there to help with water, their education system, clothing. We will be doing a carnival there for them. that we did in 2017, where it houses 500 orphans, where they can have fun for the day.
500 orphans.
Yes,
My
and that's what we
goodness.
did in 2017, and we're scheduled to do that again, hopefully, this spring.
Well, I assume that the orphans there's probably quite a range of age amongst the orphans. Would that be?
They ranged, when we did this in 2017, they ranged from ages 5 to 15.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of them were siblings, and it was very heartbreaking to hear some of their stories and their losses.
What happens is the older children kind of take almost a near parental responsibility for younger children, the ones that they're close to.
Yes, 100%.
It's like having a brother or sister that's 10 or 12 years older than you. You know what I'm saying?
And really, the age gap is only a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have to learn to grow up fast.
So now, if this takes place, when would the trip occur?
So we're hoping to leave Saturday, March 26th, and return back the 31st or the 1st of April. So it's either the 31st of March, or we're going to return back the 1st of April.
So this is like
In 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yes. Yeah.
You really spring these things on us.
Yes.
Of course, you've been talking to other people about it. But,
Yes.
Yeah. So, are you still looking for donations towards your?
Yeah, of course. Of
Okay.
course.
And how would a viewer contribute to your?
So we
cause?
do have a GoFundMe page that we started a couple of days ago, just because a lot of the funding has been done, word of mouth, family members, different organizations and businesses in the community that know about Project Hope, and then that have heard about Fordson Key Club. So they've offered their donations. So we're hoping to push with a GoFundMe page for our last couple thousands.
Okay. How about if somebody just wanted to send a check? Where would they send it?
So the check will be written out to Hope, so helping oppressed people everywhere. That's where the check will be written out to.
And where would it be sent? Well, did they have an address on the website?
I don't know the address, but it could be sent to Fordson, for example, with the attention of my name, Fordson Key Club, and then that could be sent to the organizer.
Okay. If we could find the address of the organization and put it on the screen, it would be okay.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, we might do that.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So that's about a 10-day trip. Is that right? Is that what
More
you said?
like 6.
Oh, 6 days. 6 days.
Yeah,
Okay.
6 to 7.
6 days. Boy, that's going to be a busy 6 days.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it's so rewarding, and the way you feel after is just, you feel like $1 million.
Yeah.
The feeling is amazing.
So are you going to go on this, Madinah?
Yeah. It's like an eye opener.
You're looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's great. So what was this? You did this activity for the orphans. What was that again? Is it?
So we rented out a carnival space for them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So that was for a whole day, and a lot of them that was their first time at a carnival.
Never seen anything
Yes.
like that before.
Yeah. And that was a great feeling to see their expression and their, joy. So we're going to do that one of the days for them.
So they don't have a lot of entertainment activities.
No.
Basically.
No.
It's basically day to day, and any schooling is probably not organized schooling, is it?
No. It was, it was really heartbreaking to see. And the materials that we were able to purchase hopefully went to good use, and hopefully that is helping them a little bit.
Yeah. Well, was some of the material you purchased, was some of it related to schooling?
Yeah, all of it,
All of it,
actually.
okay,
Yeah.
all of it.
Yep.
So in other words, it's
So math, basic English, some coloring books for the younger kids, crayons, pencils, notebooks, basic things like that. But a lot of the material were basic material, because a lot of these kids haven't been to school for years. because they were in war-stricken countries. So they didn't have that experience, so they had to start, at that preschool, kindergarten level material.
Yeah. Well, we've got about 3 minutes to go. Let's talk a little bit about the Key Club next year. Or what ideas are in your mind that might be a little different than something that you might have thought you might try that's a little different? Do you have anything like that going on at all? Well, you're the vice president.
Yeah.
Maybe next year they'll vote you the president.
Yeah, maybe.
So, do you have any ideas at all?
Maybe we can go on another service trip somewhere different and see like who else we could help around. Because it's an eye opener to go and help people around and just service. It's fun too. Yeah.
And you very much enjoyed the like visiting the seniors residence and taking cards there. That's something you could do every year because they they always appreciate that kind from young people, visits from young people.
Well, Madinah had an eye opener when she went to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Remember about the lunch and the water?
They had to the water, we had to really save it and not drink a lot from it because they didn't have a lot of water, and they had to farm for themselves, and it's just we don't get that. We don't do that at our schools.
Most real poor societies, they need, one of the main things they need is a better supply of water.
Yeah.
That's drinkable.
Yeah.
That they don't get sick from.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the activities with any poor community. They need a water supply. Well, we've had a great deal of fun chatting with you and about the Key Club and some of the ideas and so on, and we wish you the best of luck on your trip. Okay, and also you got this this SLT and the trip almost right next to each other, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, you'll be busy for a few days. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Zinab, Zriek, and Madinah, Bazzi, for being our guests today and
Thank you
talking
for
about
having
the
us.
Key Club.
Thank you.
Join us on KiwaniTalk again soon.